It's time for our daily dose of cope. And there has been so much happening in politics in the last 24 hours that those of us who are not MAGA are probably all watching it like this with a beverage, just wondering what the heck is going on. First of all, we have got to talk about how Donald Trump was just looking at Zoran Mamdani like he is the last drink on earth, and he has been in the desert for 15 years. Oh my God. He is looking at him like I have never seen him look at J.D. Vance. I've never seen him smiling so hard with Melania. Oh, this is hilarious. And Fox News was billing it as showdown with socialism. And then we get this. And now you also have Donald Trump sharing Zoran like they are BFFs, like this is his crush on his live social page. I have been cracking up watching MAGA Meltdown. Now, obviously, Harry is a Democrat. He says Trump is posting photos of his love fest with Mamdani while MAGA is melting down online over the meeting. It's just too funny. The Republicans are in complete shambles. I am going to come back to the meltdown of MAGA over this showdown with socialism that didn't happen, but we've all probably seen what happened with Marjorie Taylor Greene as she resigned, or she's going to resign after the beginning of the year. So this person named Rams, these two things are taking up the bandwidth on social media. So Rams Paul says, I never thought I would say this, but Trump is a disloyal piece of the people who literally wanted to throw him in prison or take him out, he fawns over. The people that stood by him and risked everything for him, he throws under the bus. Let him cry to the neocons to save him. The next time he is impeached, they will stab him in the back, as is their nature, and Trump deserves it. Trump throws everybody under the bus. He's been doing that since his first term. But MTG, she says she's retiring next year. This dude is unwell. He put out this post at 3:45 a.m. in the morning. Why is he on social media at 3:45 a.m.? He is quite unwell. But let's look at the post in its entirety. I just wanted you to see this timestamp. Marjorie Taylor Brown, because of plummeting poll numbers and not wanting to face a primary challenger with a strong Trump endorsement where she would have no chance of winning, has decided to call it quits. Her relationship with the worst Republican congressman in decades, Tom Massey of Kentucky, also known as Rand Paul Jr., because he votes against the Republican Party and really good legislation, did not help her. For some reason, primarily that I refused to return her never-ending barrage of phone calls, Marjorie went bad. Nevertheless, I will always appreciate Marjorie. He said all of that. And then he says, I will always appreciate Marjorie and thank her for her service to our country. President DJT. You cannot tell me that man sounds well. This person, Antunes, says Marjorie Greene is resigning. Despite a 95% voting record with her party, Trump called her a traitor for being America first. The Israel lobby destroys everyone who stands against it with the complicity of the President of the United States. America is an occupied country. This is the actual page for the Department of Homeland Security. They posted this picture of Trump. This is his government, and they posted this. He looks confused. He looks surprised. This is the picture that they chose, and they chose to post this and retweet. Right now, up and down Twitter, MAGA influencers are being outed as being based in other countries. And the Department of Homeland Security reshared this picture right here. It says account based in Tel Aviv, Israel. And that's the reason why you had that picture that the Department of Homeland Security shared with that shocked face. So is the Department of Homeland Security really based in Tel Aviv? Like, why would they share this unless they are really trying to say that they are complicit with Israel and we are, in fact, an occupied country? Now we have Cat Turd. Cat Turd is a MAGA influencer, and at one point he did like MTG. Now he doesn't. But he says MTG wasn't forced out. She's quitting 2 days after she can draw her pension. Although she's trying to play it, she's definitely not a victim. This is Evan Kilgore. Ever since July, he was saying that he was done with MAGA. He was saying it in July because Donald Trump said that if you wanted to see the Epstein files, you were stupid. He said it just a couple of weeks ago or maybe a week ago because his hemp business was going to be impacted by the Republicans' vote. And now he's saying, if this is MAGA now, then I want nothing to do with it. But I really thought that he was done with it. He's been talking about being done with this since July. But he's saying, I'm out because this is MAGA now. And it really is. They have a bunch of people that is just a ragtag bunch of people that have stuck by him, even though he is throwing everybody else under the bus. It's hilarious because we got Cat Turd right here. We got Laura Loomer. Ben Shapiro. I don't know this dude. We got Ted Cruz. I don't know this dude. Maybe this is Brandon Tatum. So some people are going to have to fill in the rest of these people. I know this is Kash Patel and Pam Bondi, but that's pretty much it. The wild thing is, like the other person was saying, MTG has voted with him 95% of the time. But he got so mad that she was like, we are publishing, we're going to get these files out there. We're going to share these stories, these survivor stories. And Donald Trump is not pleased with that woman because of that. That's the reason why she is a traitor. But this woman, Representative Spart, says, unfortunately, there's a lot of truth to what Marjorie had to say. I can't blame her for leaving this institution that has betrayed the American people. It's about to be a whole lot of MAGA v. MAGA right now. They are going to rip themselves apart, and I am here for it. Once again, you're going to have to just grab your beverage, grab a snack, and just watch them tear each other apart. And I am here for it. This makes me so happy. So Donald Trump posted this yesterday. It was a great honor meeting Zoran Mamdani, the new mayor of New York City. Remember, he was talking all that mess. New York is going to go down the pooper. He was talking all this mess about socialism, communism, Muslim, Sharia law, all that. Well, at least a lot of MAGA have been doing that. And he posted this on his live social page. Let's see what some of the comments were underneath this post. I'm glad it was your great honor to meet a communist pig that will spread through our country like wildfire and destroy it from within, just like the Democrats have been trying to do for the past 20 effing years. I'm so glad that you kissed his butt today. That is not what we voted for. Pam says, be careful, Mr. President. The devil often disguises himself as something good or appealing, making it difficult for people to recognize his true nature. This tactic of deception is highlighted in the Bible, where it states that even Satan can appear as an angel of light to mislead others. Linda says, are you kidding me? You are honored to meet a communist who hates white people in the United States. Lindsay says, these pictures go against everything I voted for. As a Christian conservative woman, this offends me. I am offended. Perpetual Pam, where is Donald J. Trump? What have you done with him? And Maston says, an honor? Are you effing kidding me, Mr. President? Oops-a-daisy's mom, you have betrayed your base by honoring jihadis. I'm sick over you lately. Michael says, you are a sellout and a puppet to Israel. All you do is lie and make empty promises you can't keep. Shame on you, Mr. President. Glad you put Israel and communism at the top of your priority list. Chris says, Trump absolutely lost me today. There was zero reason to host Mamdani in the Oval Office. None. This wasn't protocol. This wasn't diplomacy. This was weakness. You don't congratulate or elevate a man who openly hates everything this country stands for. Borders, police, Israel, the Constitution, basic law and order. Mamdani is trash and everyone knows it. And yet Trump rolled out the red carpet like it's some kind of honor. Meanwhile, the American people, the conservatives who carried him. Fran says, you look like a fool with that idiot. I thought you stood for something. And then Richard says, seriously, you made a terrible mistake in meeting with the jihadist and anti-Semite. The only thing that you accomplished, Mr. President, was raising his stature in the SDP and taking away a talking point for the midterm election. You just shot Republicans in the foot when it comes to the midterms and using the talking point that Democrats are socialists. They are mad. So Trump has a new look today, and Aaron Rupar shared this video. And then this person named Ahmed Baba says he meets with MAMDANI one time and immediately tries to step up his swag. So we can see that Donald Trump does look a little bit different today. And in this video, Donald Trump is saying, I get along with everybody. And then the parody of Governor Newsom's office says, Donald does get along with everyone, maybe with the exception of his coworkers, contractors, aides, generals, spouses, corn stars, world leaders, Democrats, Republicans, English language, immigrants, patriots, the educated, anyone with eyesight or a sense of smell, and sharks. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Y'all needed to see all of this. Social media has been a cluster F of major proportions. They are melting down. I am here for it. There is so much more, but I'm ending this one here. Y'all join the conversation and let me know what you think.
So we've got some big news. Republicans are in panic right now as Democrats are now sweeping school board elections across the country. And it's all part of this growing backlash to the right-wing culture wars that have hijacked public education over these past few years. Parents are done, voters are done, and the results are clearly showing it. From Texas to Pennsylvania to Ohio, voters actually now rejected the book ban brigades and bathroom police politics, and instead they elected candidates focused on what actually matters, like test scores, school safety, bus routes, and getting kids the education they deserve. There's a great piece on Politico about all this right now. I hope you have a chance to read it. Take, for example, Cypress, Texas. It's a suburb outside of Houston known for great schools. Republicans took over the school board just 2 years ago, and they immediately started banning entire textbook chapters on climate change, diversity, and vaccines. It was a total distraction from actual issues like the district's $45 million deficit. But this month, voters threw them out. Democrats flipped the board and ended the extremist experiment. And that story is playing out all over the country. In Pennsylvania, Democrats flipped at least 24 school board seats. In Ohio, they won 18 of 22 races. In Minnesota, 94% of candidates backed by the National Education Association won. Why? Because people are exhausted. This culture war bullshit that groups like Moms for Liberty and Turning Point USA rode to power during COVID, that's fizzled out. Voters now want normalcy and competence. As one newly elected Texas member put it, folks just want their school boards to be boring again. And when you talk to parents today, they're not listing trans bathroom panic as their top issue. In Virginia, only 4% of voters said transgender policies in schools mattered most to them. They're worried about affordability, school safety, and whether their kids can read at grade level, not whatever new boogeyman Republicans are cooking up. So the message from these elections to me is loud and clear. Stop the culture war BS. Stop the distractions. Give families real solutions. And yes, let school boards be boring again. Spread the word and follow along for more.